Hi, everybody. I want to meet with you today and to give you an idea, an example of how you find a slope-intercept form of an equation of a line through two given points. So this is actually the first problem of the four that you're going to have for practice. And all four problems today that you are going to practice have a QR code, but I thought I would just use this first one as an example of how to do this problem. So the first thing I got to do is I know that when I write an equation of a line, I am looking for y equals mx plus b. And I know I have to figure out m and I have to figure out b. So depending on what I'm given, sometimes that's just given to you in the problem. Sometimes you have to calculate it. And you'll notice that I'm not given directly m or directly b unless you're really like in tune with what that means. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by finding our slope. So to find our slope, we're going to call this point x, this point y, this point x, and this point y. The one on the left is going to be 0.1, and the one on the right is going to be 0.2. Now, without me writing out the slope formula, if you remember, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm just going to go ahead and start filling that in here. We will have m equals -1 minus 3 over 0 minus -2. So the only thing you really have to be careful with here are your minuses and negatives. So those numbers came directly from our points. Now, when I go ahead and I simplify this, this would give me -4 over 2, and that reduces to just -2. So now I know the slope is -2. So the next thing that I'm going to do, and I'm going to write out this part for you, I am going to use, let me zoom in a little bit, my slope of -2. And one of the points that's given to me, so the point I'm going to use, and you could use either point given to you above, does not matter. I'm just going to use the one on the left. It's -2, 3. And you can pick either point based on like the size of the numbers or the negatives or whatever to do this. So I'm going to use the slope and that point, and I'm going to put them into y equals mx plus b. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to find b. So I need to find my slope because I need to find my y-intercept. I've already found my slope of -2. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to just mark, there's my slope. And I'm going to try to find my y-intercept, then I can write my equation. So first of all, there's my slope. The second thing I know is that is an x and that is a y. So if I'm looking at this equation right here, I have an m, I have an x, and I have a y that I can fill into this equation. So up above here, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be y equals mx plus b. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in my x, y, and my m. So I'm going to get 3 equals -2 times -2, because that's my slope and my x value, plus b, which tells me 3 is equal to 4 plus b. If I subtract 4 from each side, that tells me that -1 equals b. So that is my value of b. So now I have my m and I have my b, so I should be able to write my final equation as y equals -2x, and then I could put plus -1, but I'm just going to put -1. And that is my equation of the line that passes through those 2 points. So there's your process. They all have QR codes. You can check your work for your equations. There's also an answer key with all of the steps written out for you to look at and get some help. If you have any questions, contact one of us and let us know so we can get you ready for your test. Have a great day. Bye, guys.